Hi everybody, I just wanted to share with you something that I've been working on over the last day or so, and it's a roadmap for my YouTube channel, Scalespeeder Gaming, kind of helping me to visualize and focus on what I'll be doing to get the channel to 50,000 subscribers. So this video is really for people who are interested in maybe starting their own YouTube channel or growing their own YouTube channel, or maybe you're interested in kind of some of my thought processes behind some of this stuff. And I wanted to do something that really visualized what I'm going to be doing, because we're coming up to 30,000 subscribers. Maybe I've hit them by the time you watch this video. And so the next big mark is 50,000 subscribers, isn't it? For me anyway, I think, well, no, if we get to 50,000 subscribers, that's pretty good. And I'm also kind of always inspired by the fact that, you know, with games, you kind of they have roadmaps, don't they, about this is what's coming, this is what to expect, sort of thing. And I thought it might be helpful for me to really visualize and crystallize what I need to be focusing on in terms of what's worked before for me, in terms of styles of videos and the content, and sort of games I'm going to be concentrating on as well. Now, you'll know if you've watched many of my other how to start your own YouTube channel, Twitch channel sort of videos, one of my things that I highly recommend is having lists of potential titles for videos for your gaming channel. So basically I have a Google document that I can open on my phone or on my laptop, and if I get an idea for a video, I religiously write it down. But what sometimes happens is you end up with lots and lots and lots and lots of video ideas for lots of different games and on lots of different subjects. And every now and again you've got to go in and you've got to prune those ideas down and say, well, this idea for this video has been on my list for 6 months. I haven't done it yet, so I'm probably not going to. And you kind of maybe put stuff in order and think about what's important and stuff. And I thought that having this visual roadmap would help me. And I'm going to print this out. I'm going to have it on the wall in the PC room, in a similar way that you kind of, when you look at these roadmaps from like Call of Duty, you can go, oh right, okay, so we're going to be getting, you know, this new zombie mode, we're going to be getting these new weapons, these new maps, and this sort of thing. And then I thought, well, this might be useful for other people as well. You might want to knock one of these together as well. So what can you see here? Well, Scalespeeder Gaming roadmap to 50,000 subs. Oh, I tell you what, let's just have a look at some figures as well first as well. So this is the rise in subscribers, like the daily or weekly rise in subscribers for my channel over the last year. So from sort of the 20th of October now, when I'm recording this video, 24th October last year, and you can see it's, if anything, it's the number of subscribers is kind of that I gained has kind of dropped off a little bit compared to the beginning of the year. I mean, this is a quiet time of year in terms of content. We've got the big game releases coming up, haven't we? Call of Duty, Battlefield, that sort of stuff. And so in the last year, I actually gained 15,400 subscribers. But I lost a few, so the overall gain was 12,260. So if you think about that, that is almost half the amount of the channel. So over the last year, I've had really good growth on the channel, which is really good. And in order to get to 50,000, so I need another 20,000 subscribers at the moment, you know, we need to drive this growth up a little bit if we want to do it in terms of a year. I mean, ideally, I'd really like to do it by sort of June-ish. If I could get to 50,000 subscribers by June, but what that would mean basically doubling the rate at which I gain subscribers. Now, the other thing I say is don't get too obsessed by subscribers. I tend to be more of a believer in views. You know, it's important to drive views rather than subscribers. Kind of that they do go together. If you get lots more views, you'll get more subscribers. But if you get more subscribers, it doesn't mean that you'll always get more views. But it is a metric that is easy to see and to follow. So what does this mean? So what am I doing? So what this roadmap shows really is that the two big gaming titles that I'm going to be concentrating an awful lot on are DayZ. Of course, DayZ is central to the channel. You know, DayZ has driven this channel along incredibly well, and I'm very thankful for everybody who watches and likes those videos. And DayZ, really, in terms of a game that you can do lots of videos about just keeps giving. There is so much to do in terms of tutorials about how to play the game, but how to mod the game as well. So that's going to be continuing to drive Scalespeeder Gaming forward. The new Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, I think Call of Duty Vanguard is going to be very important this year, and I include with Call of Duty Warzone as well. I class them as the same subject, because it's going to be a World War II Call of Duty again. And you'll notice that there's no Battlefield 2042 in this section of the roadmap, and that's because I didn't really enjoy Battlefield 2042, and I'm not going to pre-order it. And unless the game is radically different, read about that in the reviews, I'm not going to bother buying it. I mean, I will buy it when it goes down cheap, or it comes out, you can get it on EA Play and play it then. But I won't be buying it. I don't think we're buying it. And I think there's going to be lots of people thinking in a similar way to me. And I think a lot of those people are going to be playing Call of Duty Vanguard. I think there was a lot of content creators especially who were dissing Call of Duty, saying, Call of Duty this year is going to be naff. Battlefield's going to be amazing. It turns out the Battlefield wasn't that great. So, and I think I enjoyed the Call of Duty beta, and I'm looking forward to making lots of tutorials and content about Call of Duty Vanguard. So that's going to be integral as well. But these games underneath are incredibly important as well. So Hell Let Loose is going to be doing loads of work with Hell Let Loose. It's only on next gen and PC, so PS5, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, and PC. So the potential audience, you could say, is a little bit smaller. But the beauty with Hell Let Loose, again, it's one of those games like DayZ where it is incredibly complicated, some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. You can just play it as a shooter running around, but it is really a military simulator. And so again, there's a lot of room there to make lots and lots of content. The catch with something like Hell Let Loose, and this is a catch you get with all of the games, is having enough time to get good enough at the game and to understand it enough to produce videos that are worth watching, that people go, oh, that's good, I'll subscribe and like, and that sort of stuff. But I also very much enjoy playing Hell Let Loose, so that's another one. Now, Enlisted is another game as well. Now, Enlisted, I've had a lot of success with some nice beginner's guide videos that people have really enjoyed and thought were good. Enlisted is also a game that started off on PC and next gen, but it's now been released on Xbox Ones and PlayStation 4, so there's an even bigger audience for content. So I'm going to go back, relook at Enlisted, see the bits have changed, see what questions I've got about it, and I'm going to be producing content about that. Flight Simulator, I really enjoy Flight Simulator, and the thing about all these games is they're all games that I enjoy playing, which I think is very, very important, and that means that I can then create content that hopefully I'm passionate about. That's why you're not seeing Battlefield 2042, because yes, I could create content for Battlefield 2042, but I didn't enjoy playing it, so the content I create would be hollow. I really enjoy playing Flight Simulator, and we're going to do some interesting things hopefully with Flight Simulator that are different from what other people do. And then we have Rust. Now Rust is really interesting because this is really Rust, the console edition for Xbox and PlayStation, and I had big hopes about Rust when it came out on console. I thought this is going to be the next big thing in terms of driving my channel forward, in terms of being able to create content about it. Unfortunately, one of the big things that I was going to create content about, which is private servers for Rust, hasn't happened yet on the consoles. And I want to concentrate on Rust in creating tutorials about playing the game in terms of PvE, so player versus environment, and not really that much PvP because everybody's the PvP stuff, and then how to configure and run private servers. Now that still hasn't happened, so Rust is kind of bubbling away. I'm waiting for them to do console patch updates, whatever. Private servers are here, and I'll be diving in full feet, just like with the DayZ private server stuff, to show people the way in terms of what to do and how to configure them and all that sort of really cool stuff. So they'll get those games, those 6 games, they're kind of the core where an awful lot of the content is going to be coming from. And the type of content is tutorials, guides, and how-tos. They're what Scalespeeder Gaming is all about. I try and do it so that my videos are answering questions. How do you do this? What does this do? What is the best? All those questions. Also, update patch notes and gameplay. I think that's very important because it helps not only my viewers to keep abreast of what the latest things are happening with Call of Duty, DayZ, Hell Let Loose, etc., but also myself, because it forces me to read the patch notes and then talk about them. Historical flight sim gameplay. So this is really Flight Simulator. So what I want to do with Flight Simulator is I might do some beginner's guides, but again, I don't really have enough time to play Flight Simulator an awful lot and to like take all the aids off and fly it like that. I want to do more sort of things. Say, look, this is a biplane from the First World War. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be flying over the battlefields of Verdun, in the modern world, in modern France, and I'm going to talk about that, probably just going through like the Wikipedia page and just discussing a nice short video, flying around, just talking about things, because I find that very, very interesting and it might be quite a fun thing to do. Tech help and reviews, still keep on doing those, so things like the monitor reviews, controllers, the Xbox Series S stuff, all that sort of stuff we're carrying on. YouTube help and advice, videos like this. I really enjoy doing videos like this because hopefully it can be quite a lonely experience when you're creating a YouTube or a Twitch channel, and often you're thinking, oh God, everybody else seems to be doing so well. Well, hopefully these videos, you can watch them and see there is a little bit more going behind it, and if you're thinking, well, what do I do next, then maybe these help. And then maybe, and this is only a maybe, some structure to some of the streams I do. So we'll be looking at hopefully at least doing a DayZ stream on a Wednesday in the evenings. I'll be trying to do that, but that day may change. And I really want to do a Sniper Elite Saturday, and where I do something with Sniper Elite, whether that be Sniper Elite or Zombie Army Trilogy or Zombie Army 4 on a Saturday, and Battlefield 1. That's the Battlefield game I want to play. And going forward, hopefully, I want to go back to doing this Sunday night stream on Xbox and or PlayStation, maybe even PC, where we concentrate on Battlefield 1. Because I super enjoy Battlefield 1 and I want to do my bit to keeping it alive. Now, you then say, well, there's some other games here as well. What about them? Well, Armour. So Armour 3 is a game I want to do lots of tutorial videos about. But again, it's a game that I need to spend a lot of time doing. But I want to at least attempt to do some like how to get into multiplayer on Armour 3. This sort of stuff. I want to get some of that in there because I have so many questions myself about Armour that I'm a little bit like, well, I need to know these answers to how to play this game and how to configure it and things like that. So, and then I will share that. PUBG up here. When I say these are all games I enjoy playing, PUBG is a game I've kind of fallen out of love playing that much. Because PUBG, being a battle royale, I believe you need to play it a lot. Like with Call of Duty, really. Any shooter, any Twitch shooter, you need to play it, you need to play it to keep your chops up, to keep sharp. And I haven't got the time to play PUBG the number of hours I used to. When I used to play like a couple of hours of PUBG every night. That's all I did, in terms of gaming. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I got all right at playing solo PUBGs. I had about a 10% win rate. I don't play PUBG that much anymore, which means that I'm not that good at it anymore, which means I tend to have a worse experience. However, I still want to stay in touch with PUBG. I still want to do the update patch notes and gameplay for PUBG so I know what's going on. And if you say, Rob, is there a game that you would like to be able to play more of, then PUBG is definitely the game I would like to play more of if I had extra time. So I'll always want to stay in touch with PUBG, because I think PUBG is a very, very special game, in the same way that Battlefield 1 is a very, very special game. Then we've got Sniper Elite 4. So, and when I say Sniper Elite, I want to include Sniper Elite 4, 3, 2, the original one, and the Zombie Army games, or Zombie Army Trilogy, Zombie Army 4. I super enjoy those games. I'm revisiting the Sniper Elite games as well on my Series S with the new 1440p monitor I've got, has brought them alive. Sniper Elite 4 on a 1440p monitor at 60 frames a second is unbelievable. It looks so gorgeous, and Sniper Elite 3 does as well. So there we go. So some people, you may well say, well, that's an awful lot of games to cover there, but that's what Scalespeeder Gaming is all about. It's not about just concentrating on one game. Maybe I would do better if I did. I did consider really just concentrating on perhaps DayZ, and then I thought, well, I can't really just concentrate on DayZ because I like playing Call of Duty. Then I was like, well, I really like playing Hell. I like playing so many games, and I think it's important if you don't want to get burned out, to play lots of different games. Because if I did just play DayZ and make videos about DayZ about all the time, I would get sick about them pretty quick. Remember, this isn't my full-time job. This is a hobby that I do, that I enjoy doing. And so that's why I've got to have, DayZ will be the main driver with Call of Duty Vanguard over the next year towards 50,000 subs, supported by plenty of content on Hell Let Loose, Enlisted, Rust and Flight Simulator, maybe some armor stuff, definitely Battlefield 1 streams on a Sunday, definitely keeping up to date with PUBG, but maybe not that much gameplay, and some fun Sniper Elite 4 stuff. Because the other side of it as well is I kind of see 2021 to 2022 as the year of the World War II shooters. We've got Vanguard World War II, we've got Hell Let Loose World War II, we've got Enlisted World War II, and something like Sniper Elite, which is always set in World War II, or slightly after in Zombie Army 4. So there we go, the Scalespeeder Gaming roadmap to 50,000 subs. Hopefully, if you're going through something similar yourself, this may be a little bit of help. And I would say this visual representation just helps me to focus on things, especially when I'm going through my list of videos and think, well, does that really fit on what I'm going to be doing? Should I be spending my time doing this, or should I be spending my time doing something else? So hopefully you found that useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. If you've got any questions, comments, put them down below, and of course I'll see you again soon.